Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'll cover 15 tips, tricks, and traps to help you get the most out of your Osmo Pocket for both beginner and advanced filmmakers. Let's get started. Tip number 1, when you see the small white bar and then swipe across, it will bring you back to the main camera view. The three dots that you see indicates that you have multiple options on that screen, and then swipe across will display additional options. Swipe across to close. Tip number 2, go into the camera settings and select the wide angle view so you can view the actual image area to properly frame your shots. Tip number 3, camera tilt control. A small horizontal line appears to aid in tilting the camera up or down, as well as the speed based on the distance from the center point. Tip number 4, face or object tracking does not work in 4K at 60 frames per second. Tip number 5, hyperlapse with 4 waypoints. Use the Mimo app to have 4 time-lapse waypoints instead of just 2 when using just the Osmo Pocket screen. Tip number 6, portrait mode can be accessed by just turning the Osmo Pocket 90 degrees. However, it currently only works with photos and not video. Tip number 7, the highest video bitrate of 100 megabits per second to get the highest video quality is available only in 4K at 60 frames per second. Tip number 8, in the settings menu, select Superfine to get a slightly higher bitrate for better video quality. However, it does not work at the higher video frame rates, and the battery does heat up a bit more. Tip number 9, 4K video. Unfortunately, you cannot download 4K video to your display device using the Mimo app. Tip number 10, when recording video in low light, you may want to use 1080 video instead of 4K for reduced video noise. Tip number 11, when recording video in low light, use the Mimo app in the Pro mode to display and control the ISO settings, as Auto mode jumps to high ISO levels, which will result in high video noise. 800 ISO is fine, and use 1600 or 3200 ISO only if you have no other options. Tip number 12, for better sound, be sure not to block the mic on the bottom, which is actually a noise cancellation mic. Tip number 13, for better sound pickup of subjects in front of you, turn the Osmo Pocket and the front-facing mic towards the subject and flip the camera. Here's a clip with the mic facing away from the fountain and then towards the fountain. Clearly an improvement in the sound. Tip number 14, as kind of a follow-up to the last tip, when facing the Osmo Pocket and the mic away from you, you won't be able to see the screen to frame your shot. And unfortunately, you can't just flip your phone around so you could see the Mimo app because it is going to appear upside down. So there's two options. You can use an extension cable hooked up like this, or an USB adapter and your regular cable. And make note that when using the USB adapter, be sure to remove or reverse your Osmo adapter. Tip number 15, if you ever felt like you were stumbling to store the Osmo Pocket in your case, well, that's because the camera electronically holds the gimbal in place for only 8 seconds after you turn it off. Alright guys, so that is it. Hopefully you found one tip, maybe 2 that you found helpful. If you did, then appreciate you hitting that like button. Got a lot more videos coming up on the Osmo Pocket, so go ahead and subscribe if you like. Happy filmmaking guys, bye.